Hello, dear students. Today we will take the sixth lesson of your science book, that is combustion and flame. You might have heard about uh, the fuel and the definition of fuel. There are different things which we burn and produce heat and light for different day-to-day activities. In the last lesson, we discussed the exhaustible natural resources like coal and petroleum, and in this lesson we discuss about the process of how these fuels burn and what is needed for them, why these fuels they are essential for us, and what is the pre-requirement for combustion. What is combustion? Combustion. Combustion is a chemical process. Actually, it is a chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to give off heat is called combustion. It is a chemical process in which the substance reacts with oxygen to produce heat and light. I will give you an example. For example, when you burn a paper, when you burn a paper with matchstick, the paper burns. When you burn the paper, it produces smoke. It produces smoke plus heat and plus heat plus light. And this process, it is known as combustion. Now, the another point, the substances that undergoes combustion, that undergoes the process, is said to be combustible. Those substances, those things which can burn, that substances are referred as combustible substances. For example, I will cite some examples here. For example, coal, it can burn. Paper, it can burn. Wood, it can burn. Cow dung, it can burn. Actually, these are all fuels. Fuels. Can stone burn? No, stone will not burn. That means these substances are known as combustible substances, and this is non-combustible substances which cannot get combust. And during that combustion, during the process of combustion, heat and light is produced. In some cases only heat is produced, in some cases only light is produced. Though when the heat is produced, some light may also be produced. When light is produced, some heat may also be produced. When you lit a lantern of kerosene, that flame, for example, it is the kerosene, it is the lantern. When the wick of the lantern will burn, it produces flame and the flame produces light. And after some time you will touch the lantern, you will feel the lantern became hot. That means along with the light, the heat is produced. Or you can burn the coal produces heat, but to some extent it also produces light. These both these subjects, or you can say things, they are produced during combustion. Now, air is very important for combustion. If we take a candle, for example, like this, it is a candle. We burn a candle in a glass jar. For example, this is a glass jar like this, and we burn candle over it, in it, inside the glass jar, having open mouth. Then after the candle burns smoothly. After some time, uh, you will close the mouth of the glass jar with a cardboard. Then after some time, you will see that the candle will not burn. It will extinguish automatically. This shows that air is very important for burning of the fuel, or you can say oxygen is very important for burning of the fuel. Same in our body, the food is a fuel and our body burns that fuel, burns the food with the help of oxygen and produces heat which is produced in our body and energy which is used by our body. And another important point is regarding this question, air is very important for burning. If a person catches fire, for example, this is the person which catches fire, uh, what should be done to the person to save him from the fire, from the burning? Uh, because you know already that air is very important for burning. What you have to do, you have to cut off the supply of air to the surfaces or to the clothes of the person who is burning. How you can cut off the supply of the air? You have to cover the person with a blanket, so that you have to cover the person with a blanket so that the air supply which is present in the atmosphere will get cut off, and the combustion which is going on, it will extinguish, or the person will get saved from the burning by covering the person with a blanket. Thank you. Have a nice day.